What's good, YouTube everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be doing some commentary over some gameplay I got about 10 minutes ago. I was going to do it live, but I just decided to kind of play, not really... Honestly, I know it sounds crazy, not really concentrate on the game, just kind of let the game flow, and then after do a little bit of a live comp so I can show you guys kind of what I was thinking in the moment and just how the game was flowing and stuff like that. So let me know if you guys enjoy this type of content. I'd love to do more stuff like this. We could do more specific topics and stuff like that. So yeah, I was using the new meta AR, and so I was trying to level it up, to be honest, before I make a class out video. First death, I actually had single tap on. Second death, I just kind of was trying to get the flow of things. I don't know why I tweaked my settings here, like it did anything, but I wanted to change my reticle color. But really important, I started 0-2, and I want you to keep this in your mind because we end up finishing pretty strong. So I want to show you guys how we kind of transformed our gameplay and what ended up happening here. So off the break with a P3, again, this is multiplayer gameplay. Now what I normally do here is I like to tap fire, and this is really interesting because I end up doing it and it's not really working, and then later on do something different. So what tap firing is, I just kind of want to show you something here while we talk about this. But when you're playing, so what you do is this, okay? Each weapon has its own recoil pattern. So if I was to shoot this, for example, like this, with not touching my right stick, can you see it goes all the way up and then right and then slightly left and then right again? So if I was just to hold it and then move my right stick down, left, you see it's pretty straight. It has a little bit of horizontal recoil, but for the most part, it's pretty straight, right? You can control it pretty well. So what you can do is at range, if you kind of tap it, there's zero recoil, because every time you stop shooting, your recoil resets. Every time you stop shooting, it resets. So I was trying to like tap fire like that. So like, let's say I was firing that. I was trying to do that, right? But what you can actually do is the same thing, but you can actually just shoot like 2 or 3, 4 or 5, and then stop, because the recoil's not that hard to control. So you can shoot a few bullets and stop and make sure you're strafing. So that's kind of something that I should have done there, but I ended up not doing. But yeah, so you can see right now, I'm kind of 0-3, which is really good because I can't remember what I finished, but the fact that I'm 0-3 off the break, I was frying near the end. So let's just let it play out, see what's kind of going on here. I saw someone on my mini-map, bro. Am I 0-4? Did I die here? Okay, cool. So we're a little bit rusty off the start, which is absolutely fine. Sometimes you kind of need to get into flow. It was my first game on, so it's absolutely normal. Off the break, we know they're going to be at P4. We go through, we get the first kill, back away. And notice how I immediately back away there. As soon as I see the second guy, I was kind of weak. So the first thing I was going to do there is just back away. I try not to restart the gameplay and slow down. I know it kind of ruins flow, so I'll just kind of let it play, but unless something's important. But right now, like, there were so many people here, like, I just thought if he shoots at me in this moment, even though he's probably dead, he's gonna kill me. It's just no point, right? So I backed away as I stim shot, so I saved myself there, then I go through and I get the second kill, backing away. Now I saw a couple of them there. I'm simply just gonna like try to just get a kill back away, get a kill back away, get a kill back away, and just kind of constantly reposition. And what you'll notice here is like I get into the mix of things. I'm like, okay, my teammates just died, so this isn't going to end well for me. And at the same time, I saw an enemy come through there, so I'm just going to pre in the left. So you see me pre in the left, we get that kill, and I'm just going to reposition through middle, because I'm like, for me, this isn't really fights I want to take. I'm just going to hold middle. So that was a similar situation where I mounted instead of just standing there. It didn't work out great, but I said that life was pretty valuable. We got some good work that life. This is definitely going to be where we step up the game a little bit. You see we used the cover really well. We're just going to kind of finesse around the middle, and I'm just going to constantly kind of slide here, be annoying, and I'm just trying to utilize this area because I got here early. I know that I could maybe get aggressive here. Now there's a difference here. If I was going for nukes, I would stay here and kind of post up and get kills. I wasn't really going for nukes. Honestly, I was just leveling up my weapon, having fun. So it depends on what you're going for as well. Will change your playstyle. Going for nukes, you want to stay alive longer. The way I was playing, I kind of just wanted to get kills, have fun with it. I wasn't too worried about nukes. So look, you see I'm going through, and I know they're coming through here. So I'm just going to try and maybe play like an angle and stop them. So you can see exactly what we do. We go across. Now, this is where, again, the weapon use is really important. I have overkill on. So in this situation, I'm using the assault rifle to get between distances because I know this is medium range gunfights because they're coming on my right. I know that these fights here are better with an AR, this AR specifically. But as I get closer, especially as I'm approaching this building, boom, we get a sub out. It just makes the game a lot easier. We see we get one, get our AR back out. As we push him, get the sub out, get a big 2-piece. Now, off the break, as soon as we get those kills, we see the mini-map. They're spawning down there. So now I'm going to approach these stairs. I know he's going to push me, so I'm just going to hold these stairs. Honestly, terrible shots from me. I just misjudged the recoil completely there. The actual play wasn't bad at all. It was just terrible shots from me. Because I'm leveling up my weapon, I haven't quite got the attachments I want on it. Not really an excuse. Of course, I should win this regardless if I had a pistol, but that just kind of caught me off guard. The weapon was all over the place. But I like the way I played that. It was a good kill. Sorry, good positioning. I just fumbled the shots. Now we go across right now, so I see my teammates on my right and behind me. So we know there's me, this guy out in the open. As soon as we kill him, the reason I kind of got on the point there as well, very small detail, but the reason I got on the point is because you get actually extra score. So again, I was trying to be cheeky with it. I'm not going for Nukes. So I thought if I can get this kill, not only can I get this kill, you see right there, I actually get the zone capture 50 and the objective kill is 125. It's just nice to get score, gives my UAV, allows me to run around more. So it's little things like that. So as we're going around now, you're going to notice our kind of, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I was doing there. Maybe checking something. I don't know. But yeah, we go through, we're behind someone. We end up getting that kill. Again, immediately hit stim shot. Every time you're in that situation, you kind of want to hit a stim shot because, I mean, you just don't want to get traded. You don't want to get traded. And now I know they're spawning on the right-hand side. The reason I know they're spawning on the right-hand side is because it's P1. We're going through. We're kind of getting through the left. I don't see anyone on this left. So where my teammates are standing and spawning, I just know we have this side of the map kind of covered. So in my head, they have to spawn either there or there, like as in they're going to spawn somewhere across this area. I don't know if they're going to spawn my left or my right. I assume they could spawn on the left. So you see now we're doing this kind of check. So our standing here is essentially checking this area. I don't see anyone here. This tells me, right, they're not really spawning there. They're probably going to spawn on the right. So as we clear this area, we go through and instantly, look, we're just going to hold our AR and look at that. They just fall right in front of us and we're getting loads of kills. That's just kind of an easy way to check for spawns. Now what I'm going to do is play an off angle. So same situation. I'm just going to hold this area. Again, because where my teammates are pushed out, I've got one far right, I've got one at the back there. I just assume, based on the minimap, they're going to spawn on my left because we're kind of blocking their spawn. So they might even get the back spawn on the top left or they're going to spawn behind me. But I'm very confident they're going to spawn on my left. So I'm just playing an off angle so that when they come through, I'm able to get a free kill or two. Like I said, if you're going for Nukes, this might not be the best play because you have a high chance of dying. But where I'm standing right now should be a couple of free kills. We get another one because I have a suppressor on my weapon as well. I'm not too worried about my positioning. If I didn't have a suppressor, I would reposition, but we're absolutely fine. Another small trick I like to do in multiplayer or rank play is I like to open the minimap and just keep it open sometimes so that instead of looking at the scoreboard, as you can see here, we got the minimap open, right? And honestly, it just gives me a good overview. So like right now, if we look at the minimap, I can see, right, my teammates are blocking that spawn, right? We kind of have the hill. Honestly, like, because it's P2, they should just spawn there now. And me obviously now analyzing this, I can see that. But in the moment as well, just having that insight of, okay, that's where my teammates are, it just gives me an idea of where they're going to be. So I would really recommend having your attack maps open. Whenever you open the scoreboard, it's really, really useful. So we go across and look at that. We look at the mini-map. They're going to be spawning on my right, and we're just going to react to that. We're going to go down the stairs. Because I'm playing multiplayer, I don't care about if I flip the spawns. It's not really that deep. So we go through, we get another kill, and it just allows us to finesse, be annoying, and now we're going to back away and just kind of repeat the process. But I thought that was just a nice little, you know, I said minute or two, just sort of like getting information, being annoying. Now, again, if you look at the spawns, they're clearly going to spawn the other side here. So we're going to go through. Look at that. Just a little bit of movement, just be annoying. I think what we do here, we overcommit a little bit. As you can see, look, I boom, C2, I back away. And this is just me trying to get out. Look, sometimes it's not going to work, sometimes it will. But I think the quicker you can react to getting out, the better it is to play your life. I think we're doing a good job playing our life here. Biggest thing is, like, you know, you just got to find a balance between offense and defense. Look, we put some good offense down, right? So now we're just about trying to find that defense. We go through. He ends up, you know, spawning at the back or pinching me. So it's a good play from him. But for the most part, I'm happy with that life. It was pretty decent. Now we're at the back. I kind of want to protect this spawn. Look at the kill feed. It's all red. So I know the enemies are going to kind of push me, try and clear the spawn. So I'm just kind of letting them push me using the cover. We see the second guy. We're able to kill him. We get the first guy earlier. Going to reposition a little bit. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of soak the pressure here because I know they're going to all flood the hill. So that's all I'm trying to do. Just play an off angle. I know it's only 15 seconds left here. So I'm just going to wait an extra second. I see my teammate die right there. So if we back away slightly right here, what you're going to notice is a skeleton, right? So I don't have my mini-map because of counter UAV, but I want you to notice his skeleton. So right there, that skeleton tells me exactly where my teammate dies. Very small detail, but I don't know if people miss that, but yeah, that's a very small detail that can be helpful. So because my teammate dies there, and I can see he died by a pistol, right? It's not like he got naded across the map. In the game, I probably didn't process what he died by, to be honest. This is more looking at it now, but I did know that he died there, which told me, okay, someone's going to be there. So as I went through, I knew somebody could be here. So you can see we kind of just a bit more ready for the gunfight, and I see him right there. Gonna go through, and he ends up killing me right there. So it was pretty bad way I pushed him, but the first part of the information was there. The execution was pretty flawed from me. But that's just a little tip to look out for. Is it's a skeleton. Go through again, pretty poor shot. So I would say about 6 of my deaths so far have kind of just been just silly from me, lack of being sharp and stuff like that. Yeah, this was my favorite bit. The way I was able to like win these gunfights was really cool in the moment. Like I felt like dopamine because of just the AR shot. And this is what I want you to do. Just look, play by the hip. Look at that, centering. But first few shots, wait, recenter, hit the second shots. But you notice how we tap fire the second kill. This is like, it just gave me honestly like dopamine and confidence in the moment. Like, okay, this is good, this is what I need to do, right? So what I did earlier was a tap fire. I don't mind it, but I want to show you in slow motion kind of what to do if you find yourself in these situations. So right now, the first thing we do is centering. Make sure our middle dot is exactly where it needs to be. Do you notice that my middle dot is very close to where it needs to be? Then as I aim down sight, as I'm shooting him, I'm strafing left and right. This maximizes my aim assist. Then I move immediately to cover for the sniper, so the sniper can't hit me. And then when I fight the second guy, I want you to notice, we shoot about 3 times, then we stop. And when we stop, it allows my recoil to recenter, and then we go again. So look at this. Look, we shoot, we stop, shoot, stop, and then shoot again. That little stop, that little interruption, just basically reset my recoil pattern. Really easy to use now. Now, what you're going to notice now is I'm kind of looking both ways because I feel like they could be behind me. And that is the case in this scenario. One is behind me, so I'm actually going to go and try and push him. Because I notice my pinch is open, I don't really feel comfortable sitting mid-map. So I'm going to go through, going to push him. I end up finding him there. He ends up reacting. But again, you've got to just make sure you're using your Omni movement to your advantage. So as he sees me right now, look, good shots from him, good reaction. We use a jump shot just to make him maybe miss a bullet or 2. Then we're going to get another AR kill. Instantly reposition, right? He's going to pre-aim the window because he sees me there. He's more than likely going to pre-aim the window. So instead of pushing the window, I'm just going to reset the gunfight right now. Give myself a chance to reload, open the mini-map, get a UAV going, and just kind of set up for the new hill. But not only the new hardpoint, just kind of take that route, give myself time to reset. We're in a really good kill streak here. Let's see what we can do. Same as earlier, we check the left, no one's there. This time I'm going to check the right, same exact angle. I see someone up top. Now, I wouldn't actually advise doing what I did, jumping up like that. You're more than likely to get caught. It's probably better to jump from a different angle, because if he's pre-aiming you like he could have been, it actually ends up being pretty bad for you. You could actually get an easy kill. So I was just trying something here if I can jump up there. As you can see, like I mentioned earlier, that's why you don't want to do it. Because if you jump through the window they're watching, they're just going to get a free kill. And I kind of knew that. I was being stubborn in the moment and like trying to make it work when it isn't the right play. So that's just a bad habit. I think that's very normal though. Like people kind of forcing plays sometimes, and that's just a habit you kind of got to break. And yeah, myself included, got to try and break that. Go through last second of the game, and we end up, yeah, you know, finishing the game there. But what I kind of took from that is, look, we're 30 and 9, 30 kills, 9 deaths. I could count maybe honestly like 5 or 6 deaths where I just kind of played a bit silly. So like in terms of actual gunfights we lost and actual scenarios where I feel like I got outplayed or deserved to die, and it was kind of, okay, I made the bad play, whatever, like I actually feel like maybe like 3 or 4 gunfights I kind of was okay with. The other ones I just thought was really silly mistakes from me. So if I was to clean out those mistakes from my game, right, that could be a 30 and 3, 30 and 4 game. It really could have been. So even with the mistakes, we still managed a 3.3 KD and stuff. I know pubs, it doesn't really matter, but you know, I'm trying to just see where we went wrong. And there was just a lack of concentration. And this is where I think it's important, because I like being honest in my video and stuff. Like, I haven't played quad in a few days. I just kind of, I woke up early today. I went to gym, trying to like fix my sleeping schedule. So I'm a little bit tired today. So I know when I was kind of playing, I wasn't really concentrating. Which again, I like to talk about this because I think it's important. And when you're not really concentrating, you're more likely to make mistakes. So for pubs, it doesn't really matter. Let's say some of you guys are playing competitive games and stuff like that, or whatever. I think sometimes concentration itself is just so undervalued. You don't know what to do. It's simply because of lack of concentration. So little things like that are important. And I actually find myself doing dumb stuff in mid-game. Like, I'll just overthink about life mid-game, and I'm like, bro, lock in. Like, and when I actually concentrate on the game, for like right now, for example, I don't think I'll make this play jumping through the window if I'm really locked in. If I've got my headphones on and I'm actually like listening to the comms and like listen to the game sound and I'm locked in, I don't think I make this mistake. So this is just, again, making sure when you are playing, if you're trying to get better, sometimes concentration is a big variable. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you guys like this type of style, please let me know. It really helps me out with the feedback. I don't reply to all the comments. I still see them all. Sometimes I don't get a chance to reply, but your feedback is more than appreciated, and I would love to see what you guys want to see on this channel. This is the pub channel now, dedicated for multiplayer. So let me know what type of multiplayer content you want to see. Any type of multiplayer content, and let me know. And I catch you guys for another video. We're going to aim to upload 2 times a day, so I'll catch you guys for another one later on today. Peace.